Hey, and welcome. Child, look like this thing getting started already. Pray for us, y'all, because sometimes the stuff be doing its thing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We're here to talk about Married to Medicine, but as you come into the room, let me see. Please like the video. It's a free way to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please comment down in the comment section sharing your thoughts. And speaking of sharing, share this video where you share your videos because sharing is caring. And then, uh-oh. Oh, okay. I was just sorry, just reading a private chat. And in case you want to pull something in the tip jar, the Cash App is there as well as the Venmo. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about Married to Medicine, y'all. This is season 12, episode 14, Med Gala Mishaps. This is the finale, y'all. It's over. The fat lady singing and all of that. But I'm not here. I'm going to bring my ladies up here with me. I got Mo 69 ways. Hey, girlie.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
Can you
hey.
hear me? Yeah,
I can hear you. Can you hear me good?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
And we got Candy.
The fat lady is singing.
She's
Oh
here. She'll.
goodness.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Yes, baby. The fat lady is singing. And last but certainly not least, Shayna MCD, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hey, hey. What are y'all
Hey.
Hi.
doing? There we go. And we're going to talk about it. How did you ladies feel about the finale? We'll start with Mo and we'll go right on down the line. How'd you feel about it?
Oh, it was a finale. We already knew that it was gonna end on the Met Gala because it just seemed like it went from Jamaica to the Met Gala. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. When Toya had time to plan this, it's crazy.
Child, they
But
said wrap it up. Child, we're gonna cut pieces of the pie, wrap it up. That's what they said.
right, we gonna cut straight to this Met Gala of it all. Yeah, it was a finale. Some parts more entertaining than others, for sure. hmm Yeah,
True, true,
I'm
true. We
glad it's
got
look.
we
All I'm
got
gonna say,
some
I'm glad
resolve.
it's. Yeah, I'm gonna
Now
say,
they
I'm
they
glad
like
it's
to
just a 2-part reunion. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm glad just 2 parts.
hallelujah. Yes, because there
So
was no need. There's no 3 parts of content. Like there's not at all. So I'm glad it's only 2 parts as well. Like I was about to say, like we got some resolve, but then by the time you get to the reunion, they be undone everything anyway. Candy,
yep.
yes, hot like fire, ma'am. Your thoughts on the finale?
Yes, child, this oven was jumping tonight. So your girl is sweating. And then
Okay.
I put the sweater, I got a sweater on, so I'm double hot, okay? Um
Mm-hmm.
episode was it was okay. I need some people to,
Ooh.
learn when to shut their lip, shut the trap, shutting up is free.
Mm-hmm.
Cost you a thing
Okay.
to be
Free
quiet.
91.
And some people have nerve and then they think they're right. They try to justify their foolishness, i.e., Mimi and Steve.
Ooh.
I don't understand, but it is what it is. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
Praise God
we're
for
gonna
two
have to talk
episode,
about
two
it because
two episode reunion.
I had to check myself on a Mimi and Steve of it all, child. Shayna, your thoughts on the finale?
Yeah, I agree with the ladies. I mean, uh, the Met Gala is fine, but if I don't see it next season, I'm okay too. But I mean, it has some moments. It had its moments. So we ready for the reunion now, which I'm also glad is a
Glory.
2-parter.
Praise him. Okay. So
Amen.
we're just gonna talk about this real quick. Contessa was giving us some ketamine over in that sprinter. I was confused to what she was giving ketamine for. I said, somebody gonna have to break that down to me because I know 2 uses and that wasn't neither one of the ones. And so Toya said she was gonna make some chicken nuggets and some fries, and Heavenly said she gonna talk to Damien Daddy how Toya talked to Gene. I was hollering. He was like, okay, buddy, like, all right, you play all day. You want to tell me to wash my hands, but whatever, girl. So we're back to good times temporarily. We are 3 days out from the Met Gala, and Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie are having lunch as they like to do, and they're catching up. Jackie says she is tired after this trip, and because she's the only one that works so hard. I'm like, Jackie, that is on you. Okay, you shouldn't. You're supposed to be taking a break. You're not supposed to be working that hard. But whatever, that's her business. And Simone says that Toya and Eugene did a wonderful job on the trip, but this was the first time they separated the couples on couples night, and so she was being nosy, trying to get Cecil to give up the details. He said, Curtis basically said, your house is not in order, and that's why y'all can't have no baby. Jackie said she ain't know, so she got to the airport and overheard Curtis talking to Steve to ask if he thought that King was offended. So Jackie said, I'm gonna support you, but I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. So she's like, they didn't do anything out of order, and they still weren't able to have a baby. So in her confessional, she's saying she made him aware in private that as a man, he shouldn't have commentary on a woman's health. I'm like, you're right about that. And also, messenger for Dr. Jackie. I mean, I guess that is your field and you're a woman, but I digress. And so she said she texted Quad immediately and apologized, and said they should meet up. She said she got out of surgery to 100 plus texts about the doggone Met Gala, and she says she still had a picture of just her and Jackie up as the founders, but she said she'd remove it and include all the ladies, but she refused to put Brandy, Mimi, and Angel, but she wanted their donation. I kind of got it because they're new. We don't even know if they're all going to be back next season, so we could make a little footnote if we need to, and then just take just take it off. And that they were going to be giving scholarships to the med students. And they said that, Toya needs to be more of a team player because they could have got a sizable donation from Mimi and Steve because he bought the, $5,000 ash tray. Shayna, your thoughts on this meetup about Curtis and the Med Gala, I guess was the two hot topics.
I mean, it's always good to see Jackie and Simone have their lunch, even though it don't give the same feels that it used to give back in the day. But
Yeah.
I don't. It just that Mimi and Steve thing. We'll get there because at first I was like, okay, I get it. Now they just getting on my nerves, but I see how Simone tried to squeeze in there, like, oh, how quiet gonna feel? She likes to hold grudges, and it's like, Simone, you like to hold grudges, but Jackie, like you said, right message, wrong messenger. Like, girl, you don't really have a lot of room. You and your husband probably share the same beliefs, but at least she said, even if you feel it, like, don't say it. And that was the main issue. Like, Curtis is about to mess up the bag. She need to get him together quickly, quick, fast, in a hurry. And I'm glad they showed clips of when Jackie wanted to try to have a baby, and Curtis is the one who put a stop to that, even though they did things in proper order, as he would say. So, I mean, these two. But somebody needs to say everything they saying about Toya. They need to be saying it to Toya directly.
Child, they never do. Mo, your thoughts on Met Gala BS and Curtis's big mouth?
Yeah, Big Curtis. Yeah. Well, I'm
Mo.
glad he had a talk with Jackie talked to his ass. Because dude, you was not squeaky clean. You had no business trying to give out any advice or judge anyone, coming off as judgment. And to say that that's why she can't get pregnant, that's like, dude, like, you forgot that your wife can have a child either once upon a time. So it's just like, yeah, Curtis was probably had too many drinks or on his high horse. But yeah, I'm glad she talked to him, and yeah, he had his nerve. But this Met Gala drama with Toya and her 100 texts is crazy. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about more about it later about her and her
Yeah.
being in charge.
You're gonna
She want to do all the work but complain at the same time. She want to complain, but she want to do all the work. She want to do it her way. So, but she want their money. So,
we know people like that.
Man, Lawrence.
Yes, yes,
Hey,
Deaconess Candy
Lawrence.
Love with your fan.
I'm
Your
over here.
thoughts
You
on
see how shiny I am, baby? I'm sweating. Okay, this is sweats.
what say you about Curtis and his mole and this
Oh damn.
Toya and her 100 Meg Gala text. Deaconess Candy. Uh-oh, look, she had to take a deep cathartic sigh.
I heard that.
Sometimes you need to learn when to. I done said this already. Shut up. And like most, I think Curtis had to be drunk because the way he pulled up, I don't want to say he pulled up because he did. He was sitting back in his chair. He slid up to the front. He pointed at that man and slid all planting his feet on the ground, and then trust to tell him that he was wrong for how he was going, how him and Quad trying to have a baby, the order of things. That what you mean? The natural order of things. What do you mean? Sir, he had to be drunk, Mo, because he forgot what had happened in Atlanta airport a couple of seasons ago. So
Okay.
I must say the dude was drunk, Mo. I must say he was drunk. I'm gonna say he was drunk. Because ain't no way you in your right mind just gonna come out your mouth and say that they doing stuff in the wrong order. No, I ain't buying it.
All the way up on that high horse, didn't he?
You had to be drunk. All on that rum, okay? Yeah,
Blame it on the. I mean, it's funny because King was right. Like, it has nothing to do with order. Like, at this point, if she want to have a baby, she needs to have a baby. Like, yeah, it's a little too late for order now, but yeah.
Yeah, the gall, the balls, you have no technical, and then you never talk, but all of a sudden you have a whole diatribe or something to tell somebody about how they doing and what they doing. Boy, go on somewhere. You never talk. First of all, you ain't never there. Then you never speak. You never say nothing. Okay.
That's why Jackie wants him to hush, because she knew once he started talking, everybody was going to bring up airport gate again.
Right.
Yeah. Talking about some damn text gate, baby. This airport gate. Let's talk about it.
Jackie's like, I'm trying to tiptoe past that.
But they spared
Opening
him
your
because
mouth.
of the respect they have for Jackie. They spared Curtis. They spared your ass, bro. They spared you.
Not only that, I mean, I think King would have been the only one with nerve enough to bring it up. I think the men mostly keep it cute and don't really, air their dirty laundry. They like we are the guys, and we just gonna talk and shoot the ish, and we ain't gonna bring up no real significant type of messy stuff. So King looked like he might have said something, but I don't know, Curtis. And was it last season? I think last season Curtis was having some. I said not Curtis having some reason, but now he's just back to not being there and talking crazy.
Hey, Curtis shouldn't have nothing. He shouldn't have nothing. Not a thought or nothing. You don't deserve to have nothing. Be like your wife.
Not
she had to learn that. She had to learn that the hard way, child.
Quiet on set.
So speaking of donations, and Mimi and Steve was the last thing that they was talking about. We go over to their house, and she is making some spaghetti. And she says she's going to cook more when they get their new home that they're building, their dream home, 5 bedrooms over 8,500 square feet, I think she said. And that she wants to keep Stevie in his school and supplement with intense ABA at least twice a week. And then we find out that he's in speech therapy, and so his behavior is improving, and that he's not having meltdowns when he passes the toy aisle in the grocery store. I say, hallelujah, praise him. And that the relationship with his sister is improved. And then they start discussing, getting him in more sports and getting him more involved. And I thought every time we come with little Stevie, here goes my thug tears just to going. I was happy to hear that he was doing better. And I think people sometimes don't understand the value of being able to express yourself and communicate effectively. So once I guess he got that, he was able to, feel a little bit better and get stuff out. So that was just beautiful. I just love watching them, and Steve's big behind holding him in his lap. I said, oh, look at little Stevie.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Anybody got any thoughts? I know we don't want to spend too much time on everything. Anybody got any thoughts on the new home or Stevie or any of that?
Well, hey, shout out to them. They do home. That's all I'm gonna say. And of course, when they talk about little Stevie, it's always a emotional tearjerker moment because think about it. I have my, I kind of went through it with my son in some form of way, but my son is different. And having those therapy sessions really helps out. You got to be constant with it, and that's only gonna make them grow, make them a little better with their condition. And you need to communicate, because that throwing shit and using your words is not it. I'm telling you. Like, I remember I was in the car, my son was in the back seat. I guess I ain't respond quick enough. Next thing you know, I'm stopping. He tossed something in my windshield. I thought my window was gonna break. He tossed a toy.
Oh wow.
Child.
Like, I know you heard me back here. Woo,
Yeah, you
wait a
heard
minute.
me. Like,
Hold
listen.
up. Give me a second to respond.
Get on it. Get on it.
Almost starting to wild out. I was like, no, honey. And that's why I had to tell my daughter to sit up front. Like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you seen little Stevie was popping and locking in that back seat too, and they had to pull that thing over.
Yeah. I'm definitely glad they got the speech therapy. My son was premature, so he had it for a short period of time, and it does help. So I'm glad they're getting him the help he needs.
He even looks more
but
calm.
I'm
He
pretty
looks
sure
less like
speech
he about to
therapy.
pop off, child.
Yeah, I'm sure speech
Hi,
therapy
Tika.
helps anybody. Not anybody, but anybody. Like I stutter a little bit, so I think I should have gone to speech therapy, and I think it helps with your delivery and how you speak and your confidence. So even if you don't have not autistic or have any, or not on the, I'm sorry, on the spectrum. Well, I'm on the damn spectrum. Shit, I know I am. I am for real. But I'm just saying, but for real though, even if you're not, I think it still helps with your delivery and your self-esteem when you handle things like that. I think Letitia Scott would benefit from speech therapy. I think her self-esteem would go through the roof if she was able to articulate herself properly without having moments of not being able to say certain words. So I think that really does help. And I was so happy to see Stevie and Savannah tickling her tickling him, and when not him lashing out. I was so happy to see that. I was really happy.
Yes,
But
me too.
I want to know why Mimi ain't know if that man put sugar in his spaghetti or not. But anyway, moving on.
Ooh. Maybe she never seen him cook spaghetti. I'll be trying to give these people the benefit of the doubt. Or maybe he don't cook. I don't know.
She wanted sugar in the spaghetti, or she just asked him?
She's asking him if he put it in there.
She asking him, baby, y'all been together for 50 years. You don't know that or not?
Who
Let me
likes their
stop.
spaghetti?
It might be a new dish for them. I don't know.
What you say, Mom?
Y'all like sweet spaghetti?
It's not sweet. You just put a little pinch in there to break up the acidity. You don't taste it. You don't.
To cut that.
It's a little salt, babe. You just do a little. That's it.
To cut that tang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, mine don't be tangy. Okay.
It's a tomato. How it's not
tangy? Pass us what you use, then, baby.
Right.
Might have a tang to it.
Break it up.
Yeah, I can't do that tang.
The acid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an acid. Yeah, so that was
happy
sweet.
for them, and they're nice. That house. That's a nice house.
Hey, Tika says she like a little sugar hump spaghetti too, child. Okay.
What you say, Kira?
Is it a little or a pinch? It's a difference. Is we putting half a pinch? Cup? What we doing?
No,
like a little bit.
Not even a teaspoon. Like you pick a little couple grains up in your finger.
I'm just wondering. The way y'all talking about it, I'm like, y'all putting more.
I big pot.
I said a little salt, babe. You just put a little sprinkle.
A big pot, and I sprinkle about a good tablespoon or two, depends.
I don't put that much in there.
Yeah, that's too sweet.
She said she got a big pot, so
it's a big pot.
She making it for the family.
For the fam.
Yeah. That's that 4-day pot spaghetti. That's
not that 4-day pot.
Days, okay.
What?
That soup. Yeah, that big soup pot. Yeah.
Stew pot. She said you're gonna get all of this, okay? We're gonna be eating spaghetti for days. So Eugene finally got an office, child. Yay. He ain't gotta move into Contessa's little closet over there because we don't even know when they're gonna be opening or not, because we ain't seen them in episodes. So they're over there with the boys helping them move in. he says Toya's being bossy, but she said she's been planning this Med Gala with these ladies, and she's been on the thing since 7 o'clock this morning. Which I was like, with who? The planners? Because the lady said you ain't been communicating. We're gonna get into that. So she says that she's been transparent and wanted to have the conversation, but she's been met with disrespect and shut down. And I was like, I mean, in a way, she's right when we're talking about Heavenly, but it don't sound like she's trying to do the right things either. So Eugene was like, yeah, baby, you tried in Jamaica. I was like, Eugene, if he ain't gonna do nothing, he gonna pump that lady up. So she's saying it's also a scholarship opportunity, which I think is great that they added that component to it this year. And the ticket sales are going towards the scholarships for underprivileged people in the medical community. And she said, no one offered to help or consult. She said, Mimi says that she helped fund and found an organization at Morehouse, but never offered to help. And Eugene says, well, if they don't help, they just need to be quiet. What else he say, child? And basically, if they ain't pay for a ticket, they need to not show up. I said, yeah, y'all conveniently slid that in here. Any thoughts on Miss Toya, these text messages? We don't really care about Eugene's building, but I just slid it in there. Any thoughts about Toya's opinion on the Met Gala, Mo?
I'm like, what she said about the tickets. I'm like, did she text that? Because we see what happened later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she did send 100 texts because they could get lost in translation. Send 100 text messages. I'm like, what are you doing? It seemed like she playing this game. Like, okay, nobody helping me. She said one thing to Eugene, and then she displaying something else to the ladies. It's like you trying to play mind games. Like, oh, it's like she running to her husband complaining, and all he keeps talking about how the ladies disrespect her, and and all Eugene remembers that damn Jamaica moment. It's like they keep flashing back to that part. I'm like, okay, did she even try to put a meeting together, having a meeting of the minds of trying to like delegate some of the stuff off of her to other people? It's like, yeah, I think she playing a game. She complaining like, "Oh, boy, it's me, Eugene. I'm doing this all by myself. Nobody want to help me." And then she sent all these 100 texts to make sure she had a line of communication. But the text message could be nothing but air and fluff. Really about nothing.
And if they couldn't coordinate the schedules, y'all couldn't all hop on a Zoom call to discuss this. Y'all y'all got 5 minutes where we can hop on a FaceTime or something and just talk some of these things out if we can't all sit down.
All right, that's what I said. The 100 text message number like a footprint. Like, yeah, I try to communicate with y'all, tell what's going on, but you really ain't saying shit. So like everybody confused. So so girl, like I said, she playing games and she just want to say like, I ain't had no help. I put this on by myself. She just want the credit. So there's that. That's what I took from it.
Yeah, she definitely wants the credit. So we get some side Met Gala conversations, or the ladies are kind of saying that there have been text galore, and that Toya says they say that Toya's not telling them anything. She changed the venue without letting them know. She's basically contestant was like, she's like, give me my money and let me do what I want. Don't ask me no questions. But the ladies want to know where the money's going, and Toya ain't got no time for a child. Oh, that's when I don't know. I put that in the wrong place. That's when Eugene was like, they shouldn't show up if they're not going to support or buy a ticket. Heavenly is talking to Mimi, and she says Toya's being difficult, and Mimi's like, if it's going to be a 501c3, they should be having board meetings, visiting voting board members, voting on a budget. They're supposed to have, subcommittees, finance, planning, scholarships, all the things that, a real 501c3, they're just getting started. So, I mean, I guess it's going to take them time to do all of that. But Heavenly's like, no, baby, we don't have none of that. And they're just kind of, again, looking for transparency. And they said that the problem is with leadership, that there's a lack of respect, transparency, and communication. Candy, your thoughts on? You could talk about Toya, Eugene, or you could talk about everything that the ladies are saying, the text messages, and Heavenly and Mimi.
Toya has purchased enough houses to know the bank want to know where their money going. The bank want to know what you finna do with their money. They want to know who the builder is.
Okay.
Is the builder credible? Is the landscaper credible? Is the plumber credible? Is the technician? Are all the electrician? Are all these people credible? Because I'm finna give you all this money. Bump your down payment because that ain't nothing. I need to know where my money going. I need to
Yep.
make sure the money going where it's supposed to go. Did you get the? Do they have builders licenses? Hello, Martel. Like, do they have all these things? It's the same thing when you go buy a car. The dealership won't know where you work at. Can you afford this car? What you finna do? What you finna buy? If this is not what you need to do, then you need to do something else. You consult with the people. You consult with your finance company. They need to know. Has this car been wrecked? Is this the original door on the car? They want to know everything where their money going. Toya makes me, I'm telling you, something wrong with Toya. I don't understand how she thought this was okay to do without telling the ladies where the money was going. It might not be a lot of money to some people, you know, and it might be a lot. I don't know. But to me, $2,500, I need to know everything that's going on, okay? With my money. And the way she handled it was wrong. You didn't tell the people where the venue was until 2 days before. Boo. You changed the venue however long before. How much did that cost? Okay, because I remember Sweet Tea saying it cost extra $10,000 to get another venue for her wedding. I mean, and that's common sense. If you change some at the last minute, if you need to go somewhere else, but baby, if you want to hop, skip in front of somebody else, it's gonna cost you extra. Did you pull that money out your pocket, Toya, to pay that extra money? Or maybe the people did it for free because it's gonna be on TV.
She
I
ain't pulling
don't
no
know. But
extra
guess what?
money
I
out of
don't know.
nowhere.
Do they know? They don't know. Toya just wants to do stuff, like they said, to be divisive instead of inclusive. She is not a leader. She does what she wants to do, and she got this husband that backs up her dirty draws and her foolishness. And I think that's crazy and that's wild and that's insane to me. This really pissed me off with Toya. I didn't realize Toya was doing all this until this episode. And then we get to the gala and see what it is. Yeah, you did this by yourself. We could tell, okay? I was real upset. That just pissed me off. Like, you playing with people's money, and then you want to get an attitude because Mimi said what she had 10 years of experience in. Baby, you ain't let the lady know. You ain't asked her to. You didn't include her in
Ask
it.
for help. Yeah, they said
You
that she
didn't
did
include her in
include
it.
the newbies.
You left
And
her
like I
out
said,
from
hop
the
on a FaceTime
beginning.
call.
And I'm
You
looking
left her
like
out from the
Brandy.
beginning.
That's your friend. That's your friend. She won't leave you out, child.
And then
She
when
should
I
have
tell
hopped
you
on a
what my
FaceTime
experience
and
is,
asked what would you ladies, or what can you ladies bring to the table so we can iron out these roles. We were talking about that episodes ago. And
and
then
I
you
put
sending
this
all these
back
100
on
texts.
Jackie.
Yeah, well, you
Jackie.
Jackie B.
And I tried to get Jackie. I tried to give her. I tried to give her
Don't.
a hand. I tried to give her a little bit, but shit, she proved me wrong. No.
Because you sending all these 100 texts to me, some of this stuff is like, we'll get into it a little bit later, like about the donation versus the tickets and everything. Because like I sending 100 texts, those are easy texts. We're gonna get on a call. We're gonna discuss where the roles are going in regards to the money. I need a $2,500 donation from X, Y, and Z. If you're not doing a $2,500 donation, we definitely a $25 donation, and everyone has to have a ticket to get in. Like these, child, Toya, Toya. We're gonna
Yeah.
get back to the Met Gala. We got to go on over to the Whitmore's house. We're gonna have
No,
a
do we have to?
we
That's
got
what.
to.
Do we?
We gonna spend about 2 minutes over there having
Okay.
this makeup dinner, child. This time we
Time
got
is starting
we got
now.
I'm setting the timer. This time we got clean pans, y'all. Okay, we don't got no foil pans and everything. Cecil is cooking, so there we are. So they decide that they're going to sit in different locations to kind of shift the energy because things got a little thick last time. And Simone apologized for saying that I'm done with you and F you. I was like, okay, that's nice because some parents don't give an apology, and maybe you can apologize for that. I don't know if I would apologize for anything else. Well, she said that she felt disrespected by Michael, which, child, I felt disrespected by Michael and I wasn't there. So he says he apologizes for cursing and for his tone and his attitude. And she was like, yes. And Cecil was like, wait a minute. And she said, you ain't have nothing to say last time. I need you to keep that same energy, okay? Keep that same energy. Don't say nothing. So he says yes, he was, Cecil says he was wrong and that he didn't step up for her. And Michael's like, listen, I don't want to stay here forever. Now that wasn't the energy that I got from it, but this is what Michael said. Michael said he's saying he don't want to stay there forever and that he wants to make more money than them and show them, different experiences that they've never seen before, blah, 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 blah. And that they just gotta lock in and they have a nice little family moment and a hug. Shayna, you got anything to say about
Armadale.
these Whitmore
Oh, shit.
these Whitmores?
Yeah, I mean, they try to end it off nicely, for the finale, but it's like that Michael, until he started backing it up with some actions, like, I don't want to hear it. One day I want to take you to do this, one day I want to, please. You trying to butter your mama up because you must have an expense you want her to pay for. And then it's just Cecil just sitting there like a bump on a log. The other son, like, let me be quiet for he messed up my bag. I appreciate that Simone apologized. I mind apologizing to children if I'm wrong, but if she didn't apologize for cussing them out, I wouldn't have felt no way either. I mean, it was justified. I'm glad even with the apology, she said, "Hey, listen, I felt disrespected," but he didn't deserve no apology. I know he's like, it's like they just alike. Maybe that's why they click and clash, but that boy is still too disrespectful for me. Like, I don't think he learned no lesson, and
Mm-mm.
I don't know. He need to get cussed out again, if you ask me.
Yeah, because Cecil said they both like they finer things in life, child. Yeah, I think it was after the backlash, Candy. I think that's why we got this dinner in the first place, to take some of the heat off of Michael, to kind of show that they're a united front and they're a family, and that's probably when he got his Tesla too, child. But
hmm And they try to say
I
he got
don't,
a job now. Don't care. He's still
yeah,
but
ungrateful. He's a
he,
brat.
he got on TikTok and said he
he's
been had
not
a
like
job. But
Simone.
that's
He's
not.
not like Simone.
Ooh,
Because if I'm sure at that 23, 4, Simone was probably interning at somebody's office doing clinicals or whatever. I'm sure she
Uh-huh.
was. This boy ain't in
yeah.
nobody law office, okay? With his
He
black
might not
lips.
be
This
like
ain't in
her as
nobody
far
law
as
office.
work ethic because he's entitled and she wasn't, but their
Right.
personalities
Right.
are similar as far
Yeah.
as the yelling, the screaming, like that's
Outspoken.
why they click.
I'm
Yeah,
more
they
outspoken.
they look
Right.
alike, they sound alike, their personalities are similar. He's just an entitled brat. That's why he doesn't have her work ethic. But otherwise, he's ungrateful and unappreciative. But he's similar. They're very similar.
Well, Cecil need to say
Yeah.
that. He need to be specific because don't tell me you just like him. He like his mama. I don't see nothing like his mama other than his mouth, and that's what
Nobody in
matters.
there got no work ethic but Simone.
Right. That
And
part.
that's another thing that pissed me off with them. The boy that went over that smiling that he don't never say nothing.
Miles.
Miles.
He gonna say, "Well, I know you're tired." Don't tell me you know I'm tired. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play with me like
Well,
that
he
because
like his
you
daddy, and even they've said
don't
this
tell me that.
multiple
You know I'm
times. He
tired. I know
like the
you're tired of
daddy.
working. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all you
He
think?
just
You
had to
think I'm
say
tired of
something.
working? Child, get out my face.
He
I'm
just had to
tired of
say something
working.
just to say something, like just so he can look like he's involved. But he just like his daddy, and Michael just like the mama. But he ain't taking him on no trips. He might take him on one trip to say I did it one
Yep.
Okay.
day.
Passive and
Cause where you
quiet.
gonna take
Miles
her to
and
that she can't afford to take herself? Boy, hush,
mm,
please. Just get out of her
listen, he
pocket.
might,
That's all.
they might have something new that pops off, a new resort or something
Another
that's,
country that's gonna come up. Oh, well,
well,
you know
not
what?
another
With the
country.
president
I'm
we got,
saying
we might
a
get
new
another one.
resort.
We
Child,
might. We might get one.
He might
don't
take him
don't
somewhere, but they might be too old to enjoy it by the time he do it.
They're gonna be on scooters and
ooh,
walkers.
Mm-mm. No,
okay.
Yeah, don't tell me you
Well,
know I'm tired. Boy, be quiet. Please hush. Find something else to say, because that just pissed me. I'm like, don't tell me you know I'm tired.
Erica
Hush.
De Niro be calling him Miles and Mayhem. I said goodbye. I said that's about
That's
right.
accurate. That's definitely
that's
accurate.
accurate. Yeah.
I said,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. So it's Met Gala day. Toya is super duper excited. Um, let me see. This is the location. She's got a black artist from a gallery who bought in art, and they're gonna have people that are painting, and the theme is living art. Meanwhile, Contessa over there trying to figure out what she about to put on her body, and ultimately Scott was like, "No, this is not it." I didn't mind it, especially since it was living art. But ma'am, where is your securities? Where is your tape downs? Where is your nipple covers and your tapes and your
I don't
anyway?
like it. I don't like that thong in the
I
back.
don't like it. I don't like
Yeah, I
it
hate
at all.
it. Every place that's playing peekaboo is just not.
Hated
Well,
it.
she gotta lay it down
That
better.
part.
But if we're gonna be doing wearable art, like I was with Brandy later, like everybody just threw on a regular dress. So at least to me this kind of stood out at something, but we ain't wear it. She says that Toya gave them the address 48 hours prior and that she is stressed. They asked questions and they got no info. And she just wanted them basically just give me your money and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And Contessa's basically saying with philanthropy, like that's a no when she's over her
Right.
confessional, and that she wanted to put her TBH stamp on it, and they were just the minions of it all. Anybody got any comments on Miss Contessa's dress or her comments about Toya?
Yes, Toya,
Don't.
the way she,
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say, I was just say, I'm gonna say, I hated this dress, this look, and then Toya, the way Contessa was saying the confessional, like she moving like she kind of shady. That's what is given. Like you asking for money and you don't tell people when you gave people the address 48 hours before. You look kind of shady if you're gonna be in philanthropy. Just we can't be taking people money and not telling details of what's about to happen with the money and stuff like that. So yeah, you look shady, honey. Nobody ain't gonna want to donate in the future. We keep moving like that.
Shout out this comment right here. Toya and Eugene attitude is the problem to me because they did not give any money last year and another year, but now Toya is in charge of the event and she wants people to help and give you
Yeah,
that
hot
part.
pink.
Yeah. She is
That
so
part.
unlikable. I agree.
Mm.
Eugene just got on my nerves the most. I'm like, I really this season. I know he's defending his wife, and I appreciate that. But
Nothing wrong with that, but
right
yeah.
when she's wrong, like, come on, just
Mm-hmm.
don't say nothing. Like Dr. Damon, at least don't sit there and just be all.
Yeah.
He like one of the girls. Yeah, they do that. They don't be. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't even in the group chat.
He
Peanut
pipes
gallery.
up a little bit
Right.
too much. And sometimes he does give her some action, like with the thing with Angel. He was like, "Ooh, now you went wrong for that." Like so he does sometimes give her some action in front of the group, but other times he just be like, "Y'all gonna stop disrespecting her? Didn't you just hear her tell Heavenly to shut the f up? Like what? They disrespecting
Right.
each
Right.
other. Like just
Mm-hmm.
leave them be. They be all right."
And they
And
know
then when they
they
brought
know
up the
they haven't
thing,
given anything for two
and then they
Mm-hmm.
keep
years.
bringing up the Puerto Rico, whatever they were,
In
that
Jamaica.
thing, Jamaica. That was one isolated event. Somebody said, I got cussed out. I got this, that, and third. Okay, Heavenly cussed at you one time. And like Pop Pink say, Eugene act like Toya is weak. Like she's not. Heavenly is
Yeah.
only one person that was cursing at you. Don't pay hell no attention. And keep on moving. But this was just so like they act like they had months of arguments. Y'all act like this was put together in a week or two time frame.
She
So
Well,
said,
you
what
know
you gonna
Eugene
Toy?
feeling the way. We know why you what Eugene real beef is, and that's because
Child.
Heavenly keeps talking about his manhood.
Well, I mean, that put take that to your wife.
Yeah, because it's
uh,
We
really so
ain't know
that's
nothing about
still
that
Toya
till
fault.
we ain't know nothing
yep.
about it until Toya's was like, why it don't grow no more. Who?
Mm-hmm.
Lord have
And
mercy.
she wanted to know somebody else biblically. I said, Heavenly, why you do that to that lady?
Right.
I mean,
Heavenly
she
set that
Right.
posed
lady
the
up.
question to the group, but if she was like reeled her ass right on in there,
Now
Right.
And we
she
know
did give it to
Eugene gonna
her.
defend that.
he is.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I'm not
And
mad
he
at this
always defends
dress.
her.
Had it been tapered in on the hip part, because I don't like Shayna said, I don't like that thong looking thing. If it was tapered in
Yeah.
like the front part is, it would have been okay. To me, that would have been living art or wearable art or whatever. But it's giving Potomac. Why did Potomac have living wearable art or whatever?
Probably.
Look
When
here,
they
probably.
They
Well,
tend to
probably. I
recycle
don't know.
ideas.
why are we? Why is that a? That's so
I
tacky
know,
Toya.
child. Mm,
But I ain't mad at Contessa dress. I'm not. Other
child.
than that back part.
Yeah, she need to be up a little bit in the back. Like your whole booty don't gotta
Mm-hmm.
be out. But Scott said,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
like where it looks like a thong.
um,
Like I don't like that
yeah.
part.
Yup. So Toya says that she pulled off raising $10,000 in ticket sales, and she's giving herself a pat on the back. So she's going to give $5,000 to each person in a scholarship. Um, she says the core group which is these ladies here, paid $2,500, which would pay for the gala itself. So that's Heavenly, Jackie, Toya, Simone, Contessa, and Quad. The newbies, Brandy and Angel, they bought tickets. That's $150. Well, $150 to
Each.
$300 each. And Steve and Mimi did nothing. So they're showing us a flashback. This is what I was kind of confused about. They show us a flashback where the men are talking about them contributing, but they never factor that. They never told us that number. Because Steve was the only one that said he wasn't in. Everybody else said their household was giving, because they said specifically that the ladies was giving what they was giving, but the men was also supposed to give something. We never discussed that. I needed to know them numbers. Did the men give the money?
All right.
But I digress. So everybody is worried, but they start showing up. We get Dr. Jackie. She comes on in there with Curtis. She says it looks good, it feels good, and she can see the checkbook. So cute, cute, cute. Simone comes in. She congratulates Toya and says, job well done. The venue is amazing, spacious, and she is loving the artwork. She said the check that she blindly wrote went to good use. And then we get to the real drama. Lady's like, yeah, I just need your QR code. They ain't got no QR code. Okay. They said they're a special guest of Jackie. And she's like, I didn't get a ticket last year. And they feel like it's personal. So Eugene, he comes on over and he's like, listen,
Well,
you're
that's
gonna buy
last year, honey.
all right. She was new. So Jackie probably covered her ticket costs, in my opinion, but who knows? Eugene's like, y'all gonna buy a ticket? And she's telling her that the tables are for, he's like, I'm with Dr. Jackie. He's like, the tables are for the event and the tickets are going directly to the students. It's $150 a piece. So Steve is like, well, we gave $5,000 last year. And he's like, yes, today's price is not today's price, which I agree. Let's talk about what you did last year, Steve. Like you was,
Right. That's I'm like, no.
And so he's like, you want the ticket money or you want a donation? Sir, both. It's charity. Give us both. I want the ticket money and I want the donation. I want it all. And I'm going to admit, I had to check myself because let me say this correctly. I like Toya's soft life. I don't like the way she talks to Eugene. This season, she was unbearable. So because she was so unbearable, first I was like, well, whatever. Who cares? And then I was like, no, Kara, that's not right. Because maybe if it had been somebody else giving Toya what she gave them, then maybe. But for y'all to show up on the BS and just not be honest and transparent about things, I was like, I don't know, Steve and Mimi, this ain't it. Like, I know he said they weren't going to put in the 2,500. Buying a ticket, was it really that difficult? No, it wasn't. You would buy the tickets and buy some art, but they're going to get into that later. Candy, I know you had some thoughts on the Steve and Mimi of it all.
Honey, you are a cast member. How you thought you gonna come in on as a guest of Dr. Jackie? No, ma'am. I don't understand how they thought that was right. What made them think? And please, somebody make me correct. I mean, help me out because I don't understand how they thought they could just walk in and say they're a guest of Jackie. So Jackie paid for y'all? Is
So
that what
they
you're saying?
operated on everything that happened last year because they
Right.
keep bringing up
Everything they
last
bring
year.
up is last year.
Last
Yeah.
that was last year, and
We don't
that
care.
was last year. And then
Right.
you said you were not participating, which means that doesn't mean you were not coming. However, how are you going to get through the door of a charity event? I don't know how you think like it was free just to walk in under Jackie's name. I don't understand.
Yeah,
That
they could
really
at least
threw
pay for the
me.
ticket. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
even though it probably wasn't communicated by Toya that everybody had to pay. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Because there
Because
doesn't.
everybody was giving.
Besides the core people.
the
Yeah, the
newbies
core
didn't.
three,
Yeah.
the core six
Yeah,
gave,
but they
but
bought tickets.
Right.
did Brandy
Yeah.
bought a ticket at the door, right?
Well, that
Yeah.
day she didn't
That's
say after.
That day.
She said she bought a
That
ticket
day.
today. Mm-hmm.
And she
yeah.
should and as a what's her name? Contessa said you have to take yourself out of it. You should have
Mm-hmm.
said, I understand you all did not want to participate. And you could have could have been a side text to Mimi. However, the entry fee is $150 per person.
Yeah.
Just so you know that there is a charge to come in. I know you not
Well,
didn't want to donate, and I'm
she could
cool
have
with
sent it
that.
as a group so she wasn't singled out. Like anybody that has not donated must at least purchase one ticket per person at the cost of $150. If you have not
Or
purchased
just the
a ticket,
newbies.
you will not be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
She
one
should have got
birthday.
a personal
Just,
text.
just
Well, y'all
send
know
it.
Toya don't and Mimi don't communicate, so
That's why I
Should have
said
got a
send it in the
personal
group
text.
text.
Shoot, barely Brandy communicate because Brandy thinks she's gonna participate.
Child.
yeah.
That's
And
supposed
it
to be
seemed like
Toya's.
it was like wrongs on both sides. Cause Toya, if you to share,
Mm-hmm.
how did you not communicate this? Like, okay, I understand them saying last year we didn't, so because I was thinking, okay, how do you not expect to buy a ticket for a
Right.
charity event? But if last year they didn't have to, okay. But when they brought up the ashtray. Like, don't nobody give a damn. That's when they lost. Okay, we donated $5,000 last year. That was last year.
All right, they
Yeah.
keep saying
Right.
last year.
What you bringing
And
this year? What we got this year?
or
I
do you
mean,
think that $5,000 is gonna hold you over forever? I wish they didn't do it because I'm tired of hearing about it.
Right. I hate
that's
they
why I
brought that
said they
shit back
keep
up because I had
operating.
forgot about it.
Yeah, they keep operating in last year turn. I mean, that was a
Right.
whole different hosted by somebody else different. So
Exactly.
this
Y'all
is
know
Toya
Toya is
hosting.
different. Even though Toya and Eugene got a nerve because last year when y'all didn't contribute anything, you didn't like when
Mm-hmm.
you was getting the energy, but now you have yesterday's
Nope.
price and today's price. Oh, wait a minute. But when it was your
Mm-hmm.
turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wrong on both sides, but I mean, I do feel like okay, they should have said that. Eugene could have, if he's hosting along with Toya, he could apologize, like, "Hey, I'm sorry, it wasn't properly communicated, or
Right.
whatever." But this is the price. It was just a tone and his delivery that upset Steve. But Steve bringing up that ashtray, that bowl, like we was with you when you said you didn't want to donate the 2,500
Right.
because Mimi was excluded. You still got to buy a ticket.
Right.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to feel bad for
Mm-hmm.
Tori and Jean, but they should give the money up to the charity.
Yep.
And you heard Mimi was like, and this is going directly to, yes, ma'am, it's going
Did.
directly to.
Ashtray, bitch.
And then Toya threw in that little shade, like, okay, well, his outfit if it's real, costs more than the $300. Like, not throwing a shade on the Louis
Pot
V,
me kettle. Pot me
right?
Right.
kettle.
Mm-mm.
Because you be wearing the labels too,
Speaking
baby. You
of,
got what the
Okay.
Chanel pillows
And then had
outside
the nerve to be
for the
talking
sun to
about other
eat
people's
up,
fashions
girl.
and stuff. Like, girl, please.
Okay, and we got Eugene walking around here looking like Pops,
This is your
John
mhm.
Witherspoon or
She
Mr.
said
Brown.
over there
Child bye.
from Carlos that Steve might be the male version of her. Like, yeah, y'all do like to spend that
Yeah, y'all
money
like
Yeah,
and
them
wear.
labels, and it's
That's what y'all like
okay.
to
Yeah,
do. Okay.
but don't do that.
but
But
right,
don't talk about $300 compared to $5,000 per day of my outfit when I didn't have an issue giving last year, even though we're not talking about last year. I had no issue with
Right.
it, but don't act
right,
like I can't do it. 300 ain't
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
nothing. So
But
I just didn't
Steve
like the
did
way they was
drag
trying
it.
to. I ain't like the way they
When
was trying
Steve
to
was
shade
dragging it,
everything.
it made it seem like, can you do it? Because this is dragging on a little too long. Now, if he was like, I didn't know,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
pay it, but y'all should have communicated that, and that was the end of it, I would have been like, all right. But it was going on and on. Like,
they
is this
were.
$300 hurting y'all?
I
Shoot,
guess
they
they was
building a house and might
irritated.
be hurting
They
him
probably
today. Who knows?
look, they probably
Oh,
was
yeah, too.
irritated for the lack of communication. That's all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. But say that, but don't, but you still got to pay that
Mm,
300.
Oh
indeed.
yeah.
Okay. Point blank.
Hmm.
Period. So Simone and Toya's over there throwing shade, talking about ain't nothing Heavenly can say today, and then Toya was like, "Oh, did she fly in here on her broom?" And Simone was like, "Oh, you're gonna be mad when you see what she has on. You see her outfit." And she was like, "Why?" She's like, "It's just plain and
Come
regular."
on, shut your
She was
ass
like, "Oh,
up.
you mean just like her husband?" I was like, "That's
Yeah.
what we doing,
Well, he's not
child."
wearing scrubs today.
Okay,
Nope.
he came
Praise
dressed for the Met Gala, child.
Jehovah Allah. Buddha,
He's dressed for
Allah.
church.
I was so
He's
glad. I
dressed
said,
for
"Oh, he
Yeah.
has on
church.
clothes and he got a haircut."
Yep.
Everybody besides Brandy was really underdressed though, because it's like, oh, she's so plain. Like
Yeah.
everybody had on a plain dress.
Even
Yeah,
even the hostess Toya, even the chairperson
yeah.
Toya.
She just had her face
Right.
painted. That dress
Yeah,
was
if it
not.
wasn't for the makeup.
Who did that shit? Savannah? Like, girl. And if
Uh-uh.
you're gonna talk about everybody, you could say, "Could y'all please come here an hour early so you can get your face painted?" To,
Uh-huh.
Well, she
Or
wanted to be the only
they
one
could
with
have
face
got it.
paint.
but that
I was
was,
gonna say they could have got
and
it
she looked
painted
it foolish
there.
too, and it looked foolish on her
Who?
too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Girl,
that
I'm
you
could
know
have
not.
that
been a part
the
of it.
carnival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
face paint could
I'm
have been
not
a
getting
part of
my
it.
face painted and mess up my makeup. Mm-mm.
Well,
This is
yeah,
not a
true.
carnival. Like, come on. But the
I feel
fact that
like
she's
at least
saying nobody had
Contessa's.
anything on, You didn't have nothing
Yeah.
on either. What you mean?
Yeah, she is dressed plain. Contessa
Yeah.
had the theme though. At least Contessa had that empty picture frame. But yeah, everybody was plain.
She
I feel like
tried.
Brandy was the only one who stayed on the theme, like with trying
Mm-hmm.
to jazz it up a little bit.
Yes.
Simone's dress
Yeah,
was cute.
but look here.
It always
I
Simone was
don't care.
yeah.
Look, I don't care as long as they was dressed up because this broad gave them the address 48 hours before the
Crazy
event.
work.
yeah,
So she
Yeah.
lucky I
Crazy.
showed up and
When did they
gave.
find out the
right.
attire?
Forget the thing.
The
Probably
thing.
2 days before.
Who
Oh,
knows?
okay.
I was gonna say who knows. So this was Contessa with her picture frame. Like I said, Brandy said, she thought they were supposed to be given living art, and she tried to think out the box. But everybody just had on a regular dress.
Mm-hmm.
This was they regular dresses.
Yeah. I've seen Toya with that
So
shit around the pool. So
okay,
you know.
and yeah, I guess Jackie's look all right. I mean, and what's her name was cute too, Quad, but I don't know if any of it gave,
It
living arts.
wasn't. Nobody
It
was
just was
giving liberal
pretty
art.
beautiful gowns, beautiful
Just
gowns.
Brandy had something
Mm-hmm.
going on. It was kind of giving a butterflies or something. I don't know what that was, but
Especially for Toya, because you're the host. Like, I mean, the face
yes,
paint alone, like you still could have had on something else.
that face paint
No.
looks stupid. It looks
He's
childish.
looking like I was gonna say
It
looking like she's at a kids a
do.
kids party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're gonna try to have some kind of theme, and if you don't have the attire for it, then change the theme. I mean, y'all planned it in 2 days
Right.
anyway.
Right.
Don't
They
have a
could have
damn
just
thing.
some.
Shit. Everybody come look very,
Right. Does everything exactly?
nice.
Does everything need a theme? Like every time I turn around, like, oh, what's the
Or it could
theme?
have
And they
been black tie or black or something
yeah,
that
it's a
everybody could
Met
pull out of their
Gala.
wardrobe. Yeah,
Yeah, just wear a nice fancy dress.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. But it's Toya, so Toya, she wanna
Take it to you.
make it be whatever. Oh yeah, Simone cannot dress, child. She cannot. Yes, Damon does know how to stay out of the women's drama. No, he do not be on no social medias, child. So Heavenly says, it looks beautiful, but how much did you pay? What is, what's going towards the scholarships? Um, Mimi was complaining. I think it was Mimi. Somebody was complaining about the doggone wings, child. Um,
Me, tell me some greasy wings. You get 15 cents on the top.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, child, and then we
Oh.
see Quad arrive with her little friend, and I was like, okay. And they was asking where King was, but she said, he was at a wedding, he gonna be there, and he shows up, child. We ain't miss nothing when he got there, but
Mm-mm.
he pulled up on them. So see, like I said, dragging it, go over to Eugene, have this conversation again that he ain't like being singled out about the tickets, and Eugene's like, listen, there was a lot of confusion, but Toya tried to tell everybody in Jamaica, but got cut off. Did she though? Because I don't even know
No,
what Toya was trying to
I
communicate. So
don't
then
know.
Toya comes over
That was
and she's
then.
like,
Jeez.
well, and he ain't been part of this. Neither one of the men have been part of this text conversation threads anyway. So Toya comes over and she's like, were you singled out? What's not cool is y'all not supporting the cause. I agree with that part, but I mean that goes for y'all the last 2 years too. Um, and she's like, had you or Mimi bought a ticket, we wouldn't be here. He's like, I don't dress women. She's like, well, take it to the back. I said, oh, okay, not you talking to Steve like he's Eugene, because that one don't belong to you. So, like y'all said, that's when we start talking about him spending $5,000 an outfit if it's real, you know, per day, but you can't spend $300. And Steve says, we're going to come and donate and buy some art or contribute much more. There could have been a better approach. Some people can buy all the art in here, and some can only afford a ticket. I'm like, it's looking like you can only afford a ticket, Steve. I'm not gonna hold you.
Man, boy.
Toya said no one could come in without a ticket, and Mimi's like, I don't know. The ladies knew that because Brandy didn't buy a ticket, and Toya's like, she did today, and Simone bought 10 tickets. I was like, child,
Simone
child,
bought
child,
10
child.
tickets. What?
So she probably just bought a table. That's probably what she bought,
Oh,
child.
well, just say that.
I mean, that's my best guess, child.
Oh,
Probably wanted to
but
fill up the room since it was so terribly planned as far as ticket sales.
Yeah, because initially,
It
what did they
was.
say? Toya sold when Jackie was
8
crying to heaven and like,
tickets.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So 18, yo, you know
Okay.
I was planning for the event, but you didn't sell no tickets. I'm the room is full. No thanks to you. They probably had to put a post out for extras to attend.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
she's talking about something. She
said,
sold $10,000 worth of tickets. Really? I guess
mhm.
so. I guess so because we see what you gave those two young ladies. Okay.
Baby, I was crunching them numbers in my head, okay? And when I rewatched it the second time, I said, I need to listen good, okay? But she said that the money that they raised for the tickets went towards the scholarship. So we saw that. And then the money that the ladies donated went towards the gala. But like I said, we also missing money from the fellas. They y'all played the scene, but nobody ever counted for the money. Plus, they're
Mhm.
selling paintings. Are you getting kickback from the paintings
Mm-hmm.
towards stuff? So there's money that hasn't been accounted for. I was,
Right. And where's it going? I
carrying
wouldn't
my
give it to
ones and
Toya.
everything. Yeah, absolutely not.
And
Absolutely not.
then, and I know money is not given to the girls right then and there. I know it's not. But
Right.
when you selling tickets at the door, but you already gave them $10,000, so the overage that you have, are you going to find, or is that the pot, the kitty for next season, next
I
gala?
would think, okay, it's
Or
for the
into the
next
They got
one.
to
foundation.
pay for the
Yeah.
venue. They got to pay for the
But
venue.
But the
they
venue
collected
probably already
Well,
fifteen
paid
they
thousand
for.
dollars
said,
from the
right.
ladies.
Yeah, the venue
Right.
should already been paid for.
Yeah, they
You said
collected
I
they have
would,
what?
$15,000 from them.
if they
Yeah.
organize it right, they would push that towards the next one. But look at how sloppy and unorganized it's been every single
Mm-hmm.
year. So they're not even thinking about next year.
Or
And it
now
seems
that
like
they
they
have
do it.
this
Everything is always
foundation, maybe they
rushed.
could put the money into the foundation.
They ain't
Yeah.
got no foundation yet. They ain't
Well,
got that.
that's what they were supposed to be doing this one, right? Ain't that what
Mm-hmm.
Toya
But
was
they
trying
start
to do?
everything so late. That I don't
Yeah.
Everything's
understand
so
it. Like,
late.
why everything is
Maybe
done
they
late?
can get it now and then have it for next year.
Yeah,
And
like
who's gonna
that.
be running it next year? Everybody's like, "Oh, I love how Toya did it." That don't mean she should run
No,
anything next
Toya
year.
didn't
Right.
do
Still
nothing. She had a great idea. That's it.
And honestly,
Scholarships.
Jackie complains every year, child, because she complained last year with Phaedra. So it's like, Jackie, if you're not gonna, say nothing to these people and just run to Heavenly, or you're not gonna do it yourself, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just need you to be quiet because you always over there crying about something.
Or just do it. Just do it and be done with it. Let it be
She ain't
yours.
gonna do it.
Ask for the assistance and be done with it.
I don't even
Right.
But
know
now
if it's
y'all have a committee.
Jackie's forte, but you can hire an event planner like Mimi was saying that you can have that as part of your organization. Hire somebody, but they want to do it themselves so we can generate this drama for the show. So
I
Yeah,
do feel like
yeah.
Toya had a planner that helped her since nobody knows what she was doing.
Child.
probably.
Had to. Had to. Because $15,000 that she
Right.
collected from them ladies,
It's
and
some
you
of
had to
that
buy
money she
food.
pocketed. Right, and then
Hmm.
because that's the thing. I mean, Mimi was justified. Like only wings. I mean, yeah, wings can get expensive if you buy enough, but
Yeah.
But
this is
I don't
supposed to be an
want
And
not no
Squad must have
greasy
knew
upscale.
because
ass.
Squad was
I,
talking about wings and macaroni and cheese when she was coming through the door and greasy
And
fingers. I
skewers
was like,
on a
what?
food on a skewer.
I
Yeah,
don't want no. I don't want no greasy chicken. Like what
yeah,
is
it's
this?
supposed to be
Yeah.
an
Not while I'm dressed up.
upscale
It's a
I don't want
gala.
event,
no clogged artery. It's supposed to be a mad gala.
right?
Okay,
Right.
this is a Meg gala. And you giving us fried foods.
Right.
And
Then it
Mm-mm.
was lemon pepper wings. Like, oh, now I have salt and everything else all over my fingers.
Grease and
um
Eugene should have
yeah.
said to Toya, and yeah, he ain't about to say nothing to Toya,
Mm-hmm.
child.
Well,
Mm-mm.
that's
Toya needs to
Eugene Bush
understand
for
that.
you.
Oh, can talk to your husband. Yeah, that's what I said to somebody else's husband like that because if I, yeah.
She
Mm-hmm.
talks to everybody like that though. She doesn't realize.
She don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not the song.
So King finally
Even
arrives and Quad says, he coming from the trip. She loves Kurt, but he frustrates her, and they're trying to figure it out. What were you about to say? Was that Mo? Or somebody
no,
was.
yeah, I was about to say something, but you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I
You
was just
got.
saying about Toya talking to people husband kind of crazy a little like she do to Eugene. Even when heavily don't try to do it, but at least she apologized. Like I don't mean to talk to your husband that way. Toya, she never apologized for anything.
Because Toya doesn't have any
It's never
accountability. She never
wrong.
sees anything wrong in what she does. So what's
It's
she
like
apologizing
pulling
for?
teeth. It's like you can't get it out of her.
But
Mm-mm.
she's never wrong. So
Nope.
It's something to apologize for if you're never wrong. But then I
Not
don't like
according to her.
apologies if you meant what you said. So a lot of time when Heavenly be apologizing, Heavenly keep that ish to yourself. You meant what you said. Please
Yeah.
hush. You meant it. So
I
Toya don't
think she's just
apologize because she mean the
apologizing
shit she's doing.
to mend fences and move forward. And then if that's the case, then say that. You know what I'm saying? Like say what you mean and mean what you say, because they say the
Right.
real apology is to change behavior. So if you just gonna apologize and just do the same shit tomorrow, then don't really. So I be telling
It's
that
to
to my
keep
son sometimes. He'd be like, sorry. I'd be like, no, just don't do it again. Like, what you saying sorry for?
right.
We just said sorry about this 3 days ago. What?
Yeah, don't say don't please don't apologize if you meant to do it because what are we doing?
Oh, and I stopped telling business. Anyway, so Jackie Jackie and Curtis pull Quad and King to the side to apologize. And Curtis says if what he said offended them, he's sorry. There are two of his favorite people, and Jackie's like, no, we never say if we offended because we offended. We say sorry. So thank you, Jackie, because I was like, what? So Curtis was like, he wants nothing but the best, and people just sometimes have different beliefs. And I was like, this don't have nothing to do with nothing, and nobody can support you on this one, Curtis. And Jackie was standing there looking like, what? Like, wait, this is going left. This is supposed to be an apology, and you still bringing up this religion. And Curtis probably ain't stepped foot in the church or open a Bible, and who knows when.
Because he
So
out
in the
of town.
confessional, in the confessional, Quad and King are talking. Quad is basically saying it's giving self-righteous and judgmental, and they accept the apology, but they don't want to hear nothing from him again with this doggone rhetoric. Do y'all have any comments? Anybody on Curtis's
Curtis and his mole.
apology? Candy just said that's why she don't do apology. That's why she don't do apologies.
Yeah, don't apologize because you meant what you said. Just shut the hell up.
Okay.
You can apologize for offending somebody because you didn't mean to. You meant what you said, but you didn't mean to hurt their feelings. That's different. But if you meant what you said, leave that there. Stop. Don't. And then he add all this extra stuff to it. If
I think
Jackie
Jackie
said what she
gave him that
said,
look.
leave it alone. Be quiet.
Jackie gave him that look like this is not
She
in the
was
script.
like,
This is not what we practice.
ninja.
Right. Because
He kept
Jackie
going,
chiming
like,
in and saying that just made it
what do
worse.
you
Like, okay,
mean?
just like a mother making her child apologize. Like,
Yes.
it was
How it is.
inauthentic. It didn't feel genuine.
It
It was
needed
like,
to be said though, because it was like, Curtis, what this ain't it, bro. Like, if just don't do it at all. And if you got a don't if
right.
me.
Because he ifing because he know he don't mean it. He should. I agree with Candy. He shouldn't say it. Like, no, he meant when he said Jackie should have just been like, you know what? I don't share the same sentiments, Quad, and I'll apologize.
All right.
And
And
she
that could
did
have been
that
that. So
already.
in the text, but we didn't see it. So if you got to do something on
Yeah,
camera, fine, then do that. That way we can move on. I mean, even though Jackie Silver had me wrong, we didn't forget about your comments, girl.
we did not.
Oh
But
hell
We
I
never
yes.
mean,
did.
I feel like I was just like when Quad said Kirk, I said, "Ooh, not Kirk." It's
Yes,
Did.
over.
baby.
I said,
Was
oh,
it
no
the
That
king?
Quad.
confessional was clearly filmed after the breakup.
And she had that mirror in front of her
Baby.
face. She was like, what? And it might not even be him. I said, oh.
Right, because I was surprised they were still
Um,
sitting together. I guess they had to force them to do a last joint confessional.
yeah, seriously. And now I don't think they was together for this event because he came late from the
Yeah,
Right.
wedding, and then
I agree.
she asked him to dance. He didn't want to
Sir.
dance. I was like, King, you can't
Yep.
even pretend, huh? No, all right,
Sir.
thanks.
If he don't come on that reunion though, because it's like I don't want to hear one side. I want to hear both sides since he's been so vocal all season.
Yeah, we didn't see him. I hope he does show up.
Well,
Cause for you to be there the whole season and not show up to the reunion, I'm gonna be irritated. Like,
but I'm
come
pretty
get your
sure he'll
last
be
your
vocal
last five
on the
minutes.
Twitter.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
he
hear
gonna
that. I
be
want your last 5 minutes. You could be confronted. That's
child.
what I want.
I don't care about King. I don't care.
Mm-mm.
So
I got a
Simone's
question.
coming. Go ahead.
I'm finna take it back to this money. Didn't
Mm-mm.
I don't even want to talk about this lady because I can't stand her. Did they raise about 80, 90, $100,000 with phone and Faye last season?
Phaedra, allegedly, yes,
And y'all
Allegedly.
couldn't do
allegedly.
half of that? Y'all couldn't get them girls or more people
Well, they
more
wasn't
money?
trying to raise that much. How much was Jackie? I think was only trying to raise like 10,000 or 20,000 or
Yeah,
something like that
Phaedra is the
last
one
year.
who wanted to raise more, and they had to wait until whenever she came up with the rest. But she's the
Right.
one that wanted to do it, so she had to foot the bill, and she took forever to
She
do it.
did. But they didn't
And then
even
they
do
had a
half of that.
problem
Like
giving that. They had a problem giving a check to that man because they're supposed to give that man a certain amount of money. But,
Right. Then they had that big check for $1,000. Like, what's happening? This cancel this Met Gala stuff. I don't know why we're doing this. This is a mess.
But
This
I
is
do,
ghetto.
but I do like this concept, giving it to the students. I do like that.
yes.
But I wish they have given them more money. You know what I'm saying?
I wish it
Yeah.
was $20,000. They should have raised.
That would have been
Then
nice.
split
'Cause I
it
was like
for-
Yeah.
$5,000 and you a med student. I mean,
Right.
I guess any little bit counts, but
Yeah,
what
because they
we
probably got the
doing?
scholarships.
Paying for our
Yeah.
meal plan? Like
Yeah,
what's
that's probably
the
2
Okay,
schools
so
books.
gonna
that's an
do?
easy $3,000.
That's 1-2 books that's off their plate.
Yeah,
Child.
but I wish they have given more. Like, I really
I
wish they
think
had
they have
given
the
more.
potential to give more. Like if they show up at the reunion and say that the men donated this much or they raised
I
this
don't
much
think
with
the
the art
men donated
sales.
nothing separately, Kara. I don't. That's why they said my
Isn't
I
that
don't
what
think
household
so
is
they
doing
said
either.
this.
though?
I think
They
they said
kept
our
saying
house.
Yeah,
Curtis
they keep
said
in our
that.
house.
Curtis
Yeah.
said, well, is the men gonna donate? And then everybody said my household, even King talking about my household. Y'all ain't even in the same household. Everybody said my household until Steve said no. And then
Yeah.
they moved
But what
on.
was the point if we were going to do household when they specifically said that the men were essentially? I don't know if the words were matched the ladies, but they were also going to contribute something. That's what I heard. So if that's not
When
what
Curtis
they were
asked, it did
doing,
sound like that's how he was asking, but I felt like when they said my household, they was making a plain like we already donated and we
Yeah,
won.
that
So take your
$2,500 is my
2,500.
household. Yeah.
well, that's
Which
ridiculous
is
Or
because
crazy to ask for them separate
they
because
was
they
going
are
to do that
married.
they was going to do that anyway though. So what they need to ask the men that
Yeah.
for?
I don't think the men gave nothing else.
I
Just for
think that was
Steve to
because of
say.
Steve.
I was gonna say just for
Mm.
Steve to say I'm not giving nothing. That's what that was
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that was just
But
because of
Steve said
Steve
he
what
ain't
he
giving
said.
nothing because Steve said his household ain't giving nothing. So his
Yeah.
household didn't give nothing. But I think only their household, I don't think they gave nothing extra outside of that. Jackie just wanted to see if they can come up with some extra money.
Child.
If they planned this a year in advance, they would have time to raise and get donations and all the things.
They should have been working on it
which is
right after
crazy.
this.
Which is crazy.
King wants somebody who's weak and won't talk. Yeah. Quiet could be a little quiet though. I think we all got that in us. So you get the right man, and you for as bold as you get a little like Kenya over on Housewives. That man was calling her
Okay.
Ken, and she was
Ken.
So Toya and Simone. Yeah, child. So Simone commends Toya and tells her, "Don't worry about anybody else." I'm like, that's a dig at Heavenly. Don't charge anybody else in the group. We're too late for
But
that.
Heavenly, they didn't say anything unless they cut it out.
They was throwing shade at Heavenly the whole time, so she could have been, and they could have been cutting it out, or Simone is really still mad at Heavenly, so that's the bottom line. While y'all was saying like she said, "Quad holds a grudge, ma'am." So do you?
That was weird to me. I know we're gonna get there. I know we're gonna get there with Simone and her son. Like, what?
Oh
I
my
ain't speak to
God.
such and such. Like, why would you? I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
So she wants her to put her defenses down. They give two ladies $5,000. Toya said Brittany. My closed caption said Bethany. This check said Bethany. But Toya said Brittany and Morgan. So the ladies expressed their gratitude, and Toya thanks the founders, the core collective. And the Heavenly's like, wait a minute, I got a few words to say. Everybody is nervous, baby. Okay, because what is you about to come up here and say, Heavenly? What's coming out of your mouth? So she says she's moved. She know that they gave her a hard time, but you couldn't have picked a better recipient. They said one was a single mother, and she wants to thank her for her hard work. You did that. I said, yeah, come on. Because Heavenly, had you showed your ass at that moment,
Baby, knock her off the stage. Because what?
Wouldn't have been able to.
I can support that.
She said that she gives Toya F for conduct, but she gave her for the whole event, she gave her A+. Eugene gives Toya her flowers literally and says she did a great job and she kept her cool. Everybody reflects on how good it turns out and the sisterhood and blah blah blah. They like to do all of that. Let me see. I think I got a hug. And this is what Candy was saying. Michael said something about, I ain't saying nothing to her. We ain't effing with her. And I'm assuming we was talking about Heavenly, even though her and Jackie ain't in the best place either. And Simone says, yeah, she's gonna be focusing on her genuine friendships. Heavenly says she knows Simone holds a grudge and she ain't mad. And then at the end, they asked Quad about the future with King. She said she who didn't dance with her. She's like, child, I don't know. She's like, it might not even be with King. It could be with somebody else, child. So, any final? Well, Candy, go ahead and say what you was going to say about Mr. Michael, because I know you don't want to speak on that.
I know he grown and all, but sometimes you need to stay in a child's place. Because why are you having this conversation? Like, why you got to say? Why you got to say something? Why you got to talk? Like, boy, be quiet. Um, and if he was talking about Heavenly, like, what did Heavenly do to you? And if he was talking about Jackie, really, you was talking about Jackie?
Mm,
So I don't know.
mm.
Like, I just think that was poor. That was just real poor, in poor taste to say something like that. I ain't speak to you know who, because you ain't got no beef with these people. Why?
Right.
Keep your children out your mess, okay? That's all I can say.
I'm gonna
It
tell
ain't
you.
got
At
nothing to
first, I
do.
was completely confused. I was completely confused because the first time I watched it at work. I'm not gonna hold you. So when Michael was talking and they showed the girlfriend, I thought he was saying something about the mama not talking to the girlfriend because I didn't hear nothing he said, child. I didn't hear him say he wasn't talking to so and so. I just seen not speaking and clapping hands, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. When I watched it the second time, I was like, oh, what you got to do with this, sir?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I didn't like that. You know, just
Especially when they
whatever.
made up in Jamaica, because I didn't. It wasn't clear either till they showed Heavenly right after. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah, that was
you're
weird.
still mad about this? Really? What were
And
they even
and
arguing about? I
Heavenly
forgot.
Heavenly need to chill out with I'm not mad anymore. You you bothered Simone. Simone didn't bother you. You bothered Simone. So of course you ain't mad no more because you really don't care about stuff like that. You don't give
Yeah.
a damn. We know you don't give a damn. So that's why
She
stuff
was
don't
mad
bother
before
you.
Jamaica. She just took the
But
anger to
you,
Jamaica. She was mad about that whole
yeah,
thing
what
at
you did to Simone
the
bothered her, and it's
scrubs.
gonna bother
Single.
her for however long. So that's why she's upset. So you can't
Hmm.
say I ain't mad no more. Of course you ain't mad because you the one caused the
You wasn't
problem.
mad to begin with.
Right. You was never mad, to be honest. I just
Yeah.
like Simone. I need Simone to grow up.
She won't. We've been getting the same Simone for
And
12 seasons, child.
ain't.
I didn't like
And
how
I'm
Toya, when Heavenly was giving her props, and she's like, "Oh, she didn't need to tell me. I already knew." Like Toya is just not humble at all.
nope.
Girl, and it wasn't even
Nope.
all of that.
Oh,
Right? I'm like, they
It
was really
wasn't.
dragging it. Like, this is so nice. I'm like, it was pretty basic to me, but okay.
the space was nice. You could have got I mean, I like the artwork. We could have got a little more decor and we definitely could have done
Hmm.
different with the food, but you know.
I'm glad they didn't do no auction because I couldn't have been able to stand that.
Child, well, I think the
Auction off
selling
them
of the artwork
paintings.
was better. I like what they had painted the little married to medicine symbol. I said, that's cute.
Oh,
That's
I didn't see
cute.
that.
Yeah. Or they could have commissioned some, personal art. Like, oh, I would like you to paint something personally for me. Anyway, I think that was
Hmm.
a good idea. It turned out
It
nice,
was.
child. Better than
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was okay, but it wasn't like, oh hell, Toya, like she did so amazing. Like, I mean, that was okay. Like, sheesh.
I think that space was like lighter and funner and than the last space that they did. I don't remember the first space and the last space that they did, so I guess that's why everybody was oogling over the space. So maybe it was
Yeah.
a good thing that she changed the venue at the last minute and told y'all to just pay your money and shut up. But yes, everybody has expressed we are grateful that we are only getting 2 episodes of the reunion. So we will be back next Tuesday. Who's next? Mo? I
Yes,
don't
it's
forgot
me.
now. Okay.
It's me. I got the first part of the reunion. Yay me.
Yay, Mo.
So yeah, so this is a rotating panel. So we gonna be on my channel for part one.
Next week. Mm-hmm.
Next week, part one of the reunion. Like I said, I'm glad that it's in 2 parts.
We
Because
ain't
I
never been
can't,
so
yeah,
happy.
we ain't
Hmm.
never been so happy. And please don't drag nothing out.
It
Oh,
ain't
they're
nothing
gonna
to
drag it out.
drag.
They're gonna drag it out. They didn't that much happen this season except for the Med Gala and anyway. Any final thoughts, Mo, and then let us know what you got going on your channel.
Um, like I said, I wish they could have raised more money, and I wish
Hmm.
Toya was forthcoming with the information about what's going down, and she might have to get cussed out by me at the Met Gala, especially if she talking about how I'm dressed. You gave me 48 hours, this address 48 hours ago. So you lucky I showed up and gave. Yeah, but I'm glad the recipients received something. You know, something's better than nothing. Shit, it's like they have thousand more dollars than what they had yesterday. So, yeah, I just need them to do better because it's for a good cause. And they thought Heavenly was gonna cut up, but Heavenly they give them what they wanted. So there's that. And
Thank
Simone keeps
goodness.
trying to egg it on like she wanted to cause some kind of friction. I told her, like, go sit your giraffe mouth ass down somewhere. Ooh, Lord, we live. We not backstage. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, part one is gonna be on my channel, Monique 69 Ways. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, we gonna talk about some things next week. Pardon my behavior. You know, I got a little Tourette's. You know, sometimes stuff just be coming out my mouth. But yeah, tomorrow on my channel we got Sisters. If you into Tyler Perry Sister, tomorrow is gonna be hosted about all things Ruthless, Tika Deshawn. It's the mid-season finale of Sisters tomorrow. We do a watch along. We do a after show discussion. Join us if you are interested. And then with Thursday, we're gonna talk about Paradise. Paradise. Yes, we gotta talk about that. Yeah. And
Don't
that's
nobody
it for
ever
now.
say candy run out. Don't ever say candy run out. Don't ever.
Oh, that's it for me for right now.
Elmo. Got a giraffe.
All right, child. She says she can give it you straight, no chaser. Candy, any final thoughts on what you got going on your channel?
Kenny,
She tickled.
I forget we was live, child. Look.
Child, listen, Candy can't even get it out.
Okay. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. I did need that because I needed that. Anyway, she tickled. So I wish they could have given more money for the scholarships or more scholarships. But then there's that. You know, you plan stuff last minute. You got to pay extra money, so there's that. Uh, yeah. I need them to let this stuff go. Like, if y'all friends, be friends. If you're not, you're not. All that them low blows they be taking on to each other. Like, somebody sent some last week about Simone, how she talked shit to Toya. Like, and y'all cool, but you made it heavily.
Okay.
Child,
Cause you
go
call
away
me
from me with this
broke
Apollo. I'm telling
arse.
you,
We not cool no more.
okay, and you did that in front of my kid, girl. No, um, yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just glad we got a 2-part reunion, and I don't have to host because I thought I did, but thank you, I don't. My channel yesterday we did Cross. Please go check that out. It was a really good episode. Next Monday we have the last episode of Cross. Um, Wednesday we have Sisters. Thursday we have Paradise. Beauty in Black is coming back, and I cannot wait to
Yes.
discuss it. Tamika and I think Mo, we will be talking about it. Not sure when we're gonna talk about it, but we're gonna get it together, and we're gonna, I'm ready for that because I'm ready for Beauty in Black. But yeah, that's all I got going on my channel. Thank you, Miss Kira. This was very great, very good.
Thank you. Miss Shayna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final thoughts. I'm just ready for Steve and Eugene to get into it. So excited for that. 'Cause everything else, we rehashed and stuff. We done talked about the same thing all season pretty much. But I am
Mhm.
excited for the reunion. But as for me, um, what do I have going on? I did pre-recorded for Bell Collective and Love and Marriage Huntsville. I still gotta get Candy and Mo 69 on my channel to discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. I just gotta figure out when
Are you
because
sure?
yeah. Only
It
2
is.
episodes came on.
Maybe
We
you might
still
want to do a
got.
pre-recording and edit some stuff out because the way, never mind.
We got a mute button. It's all right.
Yeah, you might have to use your mute button, baby, because oh
Ooh,
Jesus.
we're gonna get it together.
Mm.
But it's that, and Beauty and Black is coming back soon. So definitely looking forward to that with Nita and Kira. And everything else, just look out for the community tab. Subscribe to all the ladies, please.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I too am looking forward to Eugene and Steve. At least he got somebody to go toe to toe with him. The people is saying, do y'all think that Dr. Mimi and Steve is trying to replace Toya and Eugene? Now, I don't think we can replace Toya and
No.
Eugene, but
No.
No.
There's no
I ain't do that.
comparison.
No compare,
I don't think
right.
so
I'm
either.
like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Even though she was getting
But
on
I
my
would
nerves
like to
this
keep.
season, but I like Toya.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Tori
I
overall,
like
but
them
she
for
was
the
a
show.
bitch this season.
All right,
I
that's what I'm
like them
Even
for
when
the
she
saying.
showed
show.
Eugene
Usually, I'm
stop picking
Team
his face,
Toya.
he was like, "You are so bossy."
He's like, "Man, please leave me alone." But I do like Mimi and Steve for the show. We got to see. I like them giving us bits of their son. I don't know how stable their relationship is, but I guess they said that ain't none of your business. You're gonna get these children, and that's what you're gonna get. So, um, I think we can. Angel's a friend of. I think we can take Brandy down to a friend of, or bring somebody else in because we can have as many friends as we want, but we might need a more substantial cast member. So I'm excited for the reunion. I co-sign with the ladies with 2 being more than enough. God bless it. Thank you. As for my channel, please go check out my watch list that I dropped. Catch the replay for Cross. Like Candy said, we're gonna be wrapping it up next Monday, but catch the replay for that, as well as our Love Is Blind reunion recap. Because baby, them people. Join us Thursday for Paradise. Sunday, I'll be having a weekly huddle. And like Shayna said, at some point, we're going to hop in there and get to Beauty and Black. And, just keep your notifications on because things be moving how they're going to move. Anybody coming through on the replay, please leave a comment, #replay. Leave your thoughts on what you thought about the finale and what you're looking forward to in the reunion. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wait a minute. I'll give y'all a little.
A round of applause.
Thank you for joining
Hey,
us, and we see you good people in the next video. Peace out, y'all.
bye
Bye.
bye.
Oh.